Previously on They See Me Rollin'. Miss Maverick has started a school for young superheroes. Lucy and Beale, they appear back in front of Taurus and zap him. There is a sticker you find stuck to one of the desks, a fist with a V over it.
I take a picture of it with my BlackBerry.
Surrealist by himself?
Yeah.
How are you doing? It's me, Nightboi, and my friends, Annie and Ray. I keep wanting to call you Jan for some reason.
Not my name, but thank you. On one of your notebooks, you had a fist and a V logo, and I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about that.
It was part of a D&D club. They're real picky about who they join. You can't even apply.
They, tap you for a secret D&D society?
I'm Hexbat, and you're not supposed to be here. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. That's not the intro we used to do, but it's the one we do now, because I'm DMing. You're listening to They See Me Rollin', and it's episode 3. That's cool, so let's get into it. We're in the shipping district of Halcyon City. Mm-hmm. The sun is just starting to go down, and we see an old abandoned warehouse. Inside is it's the inside of a warehouse. It's got, mysterious oil stains, chains hanging around. You've seen movies. Some cars, some vans and stuff, and bunch of generic looking thugs, hanging around a table. They're paying attention to the person sitting at the head of this table, which is Kyle. Kyle, why don't you take it away? Describe your character. What's he doing? Who is he? What's going on?
My character's standing up front, wearing some pretty tight jeans and just a grungy old kind of t-shirt. And you notice that always has a guitar slung over their back, Fender Mustang, pristine condition, American made, hooked up to a mini Marshall amp that just chills on one of the mini belts wrapped around his waist, and says, "Gentlemen, my name's Duo Sonic. I'm going to be leading you through this whole heist we're planning today. I'm going to give you your code names. You're going to be with Duo Sonic. You're going to be one of the waveforms, and you'll go by Square. You over there, you're Sawtooth. You Sign, and you Triangle."
Wait a minute. Can I be Triangle? No, I'm Triangle. You stick with what you're given.
Figure out your names. I'm going to spray paint it on your balaclavas later.
I forgot to bring a balaclava.
That's okay. I have extras. I'm always prepared. If somebody's got to lead this group to success, it's going to be me. So just get ready. We're going to go over the details, who's doing what, when, where, and why, and contention plan in case, Johnny 5-0 shows up.
Sounds good, boss. We cut to the future a little bit. It's now night. We are at the...
There are flying cars everywhere.
Exactly. 50 years in the future. You're all old now.
In the future, man.
Well, except for me.
I specifically said no time jumps.
Listen.
I guess I don't really age either.
Nightboi, you have just flown to the top of this bodega to find these 4 teens hanging out, and one of them stepped forward, wielding a baseball bat, and said that you're not supposed to be here, and that introduced themselves as Hexbat. You're not supposed to be here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why are you supposed to be here and I'm not?
This is our rooftop.
Can I see the deed? And I'm slowly inching towards them as I'm talking to them.
You can't have a rooftop. There's lots of people in this building. For all you know, we all live here.
Back up. I don't want to use this, he says, brandishing his aluminum bat that he's carrying with a bunch of runes carved into it.
You don't want to use the bat? Then don't use the bat.
I don't want you. Don't give me a reason to use the bat, and I won't have to.
Oh, what's a good reason for you to use the bat?
It seems like we all want the same thing, and it's for you to not hit Nightboi with that bat.
We're having our own little meeting here. You find another rooftop.
Well, I certainly don't want you to get a bat all up in my face, but you know what? I don't give a shit. I turn into a bat and I get up in his face.
That's the perfect thing to hit with a bat, though.
Well, I'm in his face. How's he going to hit? He'd have to slam his own face with his baseball bat.
Good point.
So are you actually trying to attack him right now, Stan?
Nope, I'm just getting all up in his face as a little baby bat or juvenile bat.
Okay.
Juvenile bat.
One of the other 14s steps forward at this point. She's a 16-year-old girl. She's black, has short dreads, and is wearing a dark blue hooded poncho. Hex, please, can you for once not be such an asshole? Just back off, both of you.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
They're getting all up in our business, and I know, but you don't have to take it to 100 every time. Fine.
We don't want to be up in your business. We're just wondering what's going on.
What kind of stuff?
We found this thing in a desk, then something bad happened, and then we looked for more of that symbol that we saw on the desk, but we didn't see it anywhere, but we saw another symbol that was completely unrelated, so we are sort of following that lead, even though it's not really a lead, and this doesn't make a lot of sense.
During this conversation, I am perched in his hair.
In the guy's hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I have a quick, because I don't remember. I'm going to assume, because I think we just, like floofed up on the roof, in which case I have not actually, obtained a solid form yet, so I, for intents and purposes, are not a known figure. Though I guess, Nightboi and Annie know I'm here.
All right. The hell are you talking about? You've found one of our stickers? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah.
You must have found someone else's, because I don't remember ever giving you one.
It was in the band room.
Must not have been your desk.
No, I don't have a desk in the band room.
Again, you're not supposed to be here.
Are these students at our school?
Yes.
Do we know them?
They're part of the D&D club at the school.
Right, I thought that was the reason we were here, because we thought we were crashing a D&D game.
I guess we have some questions, but I don't think you'd actually know the answer to them.
I don't know, we might be able to answer something. Wraith, where are you going along with this? I hate to keep repeating myself, Hex, but because I'm not an asshole.
I jump off the hair and land on the ground as Nightboi, and I look at Wraith. You seem like a reasonable person. What is going on here? Why is he pretending like this is all secret bullshit?
It's nothing technically illegal, just, stuff we'd rather not, the school know about.
My dad says that Dungeons and Dragons is a path to devil worship.
Hell yeah, it is.
Well, I'm pretty sure all of us have done things that the school wouldn't approve of. I mean, the three of us were in detention on Saturday, so you could totally trust us.
Hexbat narrows his eyes at you, and we cut back to the gang in front of what establishment are you in front of, Kyle?
The First International Bank of Superhero Money.
Great name.
Nice.
This is insured by a special branch of the FDIC for any of the damages caused by superheroes in the midst of trying to stop supervillains.
If they put the name on it, then hopefully superheroes will be more invested in keeping it safe.
Hopefully they do.
What's the plan, boss?
Okay, so Sawtooth, you're going to be on the vault door. Triangle, watch out for the police. Square, you're going to be playing nice with the hostages that are in there. And Sign, you're going to be working the security systems. I'll keep a watch over everything, make sure you're all doing your job properly. And, if anything else goes awry, don't worry. Me and Betsy are going to be able to take care of anything.
Let's do this.
They're all spray painted with the correct, waveform and everything on them.
Love it. Put them together. They create the Unknown Pleasures album sleeve.
They're like the harmonic fourth or whatever the devil's chord is.
The tritone, yes.
There you go.
Oh, you don't want to mess with tritone.
Oh, no.
He's like
You can try.
He's the big one.
Just busting in there, ready to go.
You'll bust in through the front doors into the lobby. There's like an old, impossibly old security guard. Just, what are you fellas doing here?
Does he have a hearing aid?
Yes, he does.
I'm going to get right up close to his ear. And, usually when you get close to a hearing aid, it'll emit some kind of frequency. And as soon as it does, I'm just going to make that burst and tell the old man to just have a seat and remove the gun from his hand as he writhes in pain from the exploding sound in his head.
Oh, yeah. That was unnecessary. But fine, here's my gun. Oh, wait a minute. He reaches in his pocket. Oh, here's the bullets.
Thanks. You must be new here. That's okay. Have a seat. This happens all the time.
I've been here for 50 years.
Oh, man, I didn't see you on the roster. All right. Well, good for me. All right, everyone, get down. Give me your money, any jewelry you have, and the people behind the counter. Start getting that vault for me, and if you don't, Sawtooth's got it. I'm going to get back to the top one way or the other, whether I have to build my own studio or I have to steal it.
All right. Got back to the present. You might have, spray painted something on the side of the school, but doesn't mean that I can trust you.
That's a good point. I understand. How about you just do it, though?
How about I tell you to fuck off?
That would be rude.
I turn to him and I flash my fangs.
Yeah, I'm not scared of a fucking 4'11" vampire.
Okay, that's a good point. I unleash my powers.
All right.
Oh.
All right, I rolled a 9.
What are you trying to turn into, Stan?
I'm turning into a giant hybrid of a bat and a man, like the face of a bat, all covered in hair, and like my fangs are sticking out real bad, like totally vampiring out in front of this little bastard. And I lift him. And actually, before I do any of that, let me go ahead and mark a condition. Angry. That sounds like a good condition.
All right.
All right.
Jesus.
I grab him by the fucking collar and I hold him up to my face and I say, "How about a 6'10" man bat, you piece of shit?"
He raises his bat above his head and says, "I told you I didn't want to do this."
I grab the bat.
And before you can do that, Wraith says, wait a minute, both of you stop. Do you hear that? And you do hear something. It's faint, but as it grows closer and closer, you hear sounds of a guitar just fucking wailing. It's like some fucking like sludge metal, like chugga 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 hugga type shit.
Being a bat person, I can hear it really well, and I'm just like,
good point.
"Oh shit, that's so metal!"
Order now for $19.95 and receive "Oh shit, that's metal."
Now that's what I call "oh shit, that's metal."
It's got 2 colons in it.
All right. So you hear the sounds of this guitar mingled with sounds of police sirens and helicopter blades chopping through the air. And they mingle very nicely with the sounds of the chopper mingle very nicely with the guitar. It creates a cool effect. Some fucking Rage Against the Machine type shit. And Wraith walks over to the edge of the roof and looks over, and you see rounding the corner onto the street that you guys are on 3 vans. They are being followed by this pack of police cars, and above them is a helicopter. And on the roof of the van that is leading the charge, you see a man holding a guitar, just playing the fucking...
Is he bungeed in, and is he the Doof Warrior from Mad Max?
I mean, that's up to Kyle.
Yes, 100%. In fact, the van is modded out to where most cars have a sunroof. This one has a platform roof to where it lifts me up onto the top of the van. And so I'm like
Awesome.
belted in like the performers at Trans-Siberian Orchestra are when they get on their platforms.
Or the Doof Warrior.
Yes,
Yeah.
that too.
The other three kids all climb up to the edge of the roof, and Hexbat says to you, Nightboi, if you'll let me go, I'll show you what we do up here.
It sure ain't D&D. I drop him rudely, by the way. Not gingerly or nicely. I drop his ass.
He joins his friends on the edge. All right, kids, let's roll for initiative. He goes, 3. He holds up 3 fingers. All right, 3. Chugga, chug, chug. This pack is getting closer. 2. One of the other kids who he's standing next to, best way to describe it, he's dressed like a fucking ninja. He's got like the cowl and like the hood, black gi and all that, but it's clearly just like one of those really shitty karate gis that you could buy like for a Halloween costume. He places a hand on Hex's shoulder, and kid that Wraith is standing next to, he's wearing a mechanic's jumpsuit, and he's wearing like heavy boots, and he has curly brown hair and deer antlers, and is wearing like welder's goggles.
Into it.
Wraith wraps her arms around him, and the pack passes by your building. 1, the ninja kid, his shadow jumps off of the ground and wraps around him and Hexbat, and they just turn into a living shadow and go flying.
Is it like Transformers, or it's like someone used their powers on the whole group?
No, it's like, wait a minute, what do you mean Transformers?
Like they all have a modular power set, and their powers combined means
Oh, no,
that
no.
they become
So,
like this thing.
From your perspective, it looks like this like ninja kid is using his
Okay.
power on him and Hex. So yeah, they turn into a shadow and go flying towards the vans, and the kid with the antlers that Wraith is holding on to just crouches down and jumps 20 feet in the air, just standing jump, and goes flying to land on one of the vans.
Those guys are pretty cool.
They land on the band, like as in like they're joining up with the bands, or are they fighting the band, or like vans?
It's clear they're not joining them. 3 vans are kind of in a triangle position with the one that Sonic is on at the front. 2 of them land on the one to the left of them, and the other 2 land on the one to the right. The one with Sonic, besides him, no one else is on it. And we're going into combat now.
So we're on the side of the people who just jumped on the vans?
We don't have to be.
Cops are complicated, but clearly the people in the car chase are probably not good. Let's just assume that.
Yeah, it's part of the job description is
I mean, I'll tell you, Sonic's a good guy. You ain't gotta worry about him. He's fine.
And so trustworthy, too.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, right off the bat, because I'm in a gas form still, I'm gonna, like, floof on over to... Sorry, I keep wanting to say Sonic Youth. whatever are the Doof Warriors' name
Duo
is.
Sonic.
Duo Sonic. Yeah, so I'm gonna, like, in gas form, go over and hang out by him.
All right, you're just getting down there. You're not going to try anything yet?
No.
All right, coolers.
I'm
Right.
gonna make a force field that's it's off the side of the roof, and then jump on it so that my weight will push the force field down towards the ground, so that I descend slowly down to the ground again. I can do that to go down, but I can't do it to bring myself up. I think that's the limitation.
I dive down in man-bat form
Very upsetting.
onto the platform, but as soon as I hit the platform, I turn back into Nightboi, and I grab onto Duo Sonic's leg, and I start screaming like a terrified child.
That is a weird move.
So currently, right now, I'm surrounded by some fog, and I have a Bat Boy.
Well,
On
for
my
all
leg,
intents and
right?
purposes, all you see is a scared child clinging to your leg.
Okay,
Well, a
Yeah.
scared, like, tween.
scared adolescent boy. Okay. First off, I'm going to say, Hey, Triangle, did you get the fog machine installed? This is looking great up here. This is going real good. And, I mean, we're getting fans going down the road. I mean, I don't need the attention right now, but, hey, kid, and I try to shake my leg, and if they're screaming, if I understand my power correctly, no, you know what? I'm gonna say no, get on out of here. Look at the little thing on my belt. I'm gonna strum my guitar and just like send a shockwave to try to knock him off my leg.
All right, Nightboi, take a powerful blow as this wave of sound just bashes into you.
4. And that's the one we want to roll low on, right?
Yeah, that's the only one you want to. It really fucks with you when you have to roll it. But yeah, you do that. You bashes into you, but your grip doesn't loosen. But for a second, it's like have you ever seen like slow-mo footage of people like skydiving? That shit that their face just ripples and shit. It looks a lot like that. Like your face just peels back, revealing your fangs, and your just eyelids start going back like a Looney Tune cartoon.
Mister! Stop this thing. I'm so scared. I'm just a little kid.
Yo, what are you? What'd you do to your teeth?
It's a costume.
When does it Halloween?
I'm very eccentric.
Oh, man,
Boss, I think he's into that, what's that game, Vampire the Masquerade?
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one. Well, I mean, I never seen a cosplayer at a show. The Heartbreakers never had them, so this is different. Okay.
All right, while this is happening, I'm going to do my weird Mr. Fantastic grapple thing, which I'm going to need someone to roll. This is an Unleash My Powers thing, right? Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay, 9. And I'm going to do the thing where I can, like, stretch out my arms and, like, wrap myself around Duosonic in a grapple situation.
Now you do that, but you can either mark condition or tell me how this isn't quite what you wanted.
Yeah, so I'll just be, like, wrapped around his other side of his other leg. Is that a reasonable not going as expected?
I think, how about this? You do that thing. You Mr. Fantastics him, but you overshoot it. So now Nightboi is wrapped up as well.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
Nightboi is now attached with the grappling hook to his leg.
What is going on? Where'd the fog go? Where did you come from? This is... no, I'm not. Nope. Too close. And I'm gonna strum something out. And what I want to try to do is make the sound, create like a sound wave barrier around me.
Yeah, you create kind of like this bubble of sound around you that just like expands out from you and blasts Nightboi and Ray away.
Okay.
And you like slide to the edge of the platform on top of the the lead van. And you see the van next to you that Nightboi and the Ninja Kid, who I'm not going to just call him Ninja Kid, he has a name. You don't know it, but his name is the Shadow Puppet. Hexbat raises his bat above his head and all the runes start to glow. And he smashes it down on the roof of this van, and the van turns into butterflies.
I'm really into Hexbat.
Yeah. And
just putting that there. That's cool.
This collage of butterflies in the shape of a van, then they fly away, and we just see all of the goons still sitting in driving positions, and then they all
tumble
fall
all the
and
ground.
start to do a roll. Yeah.
Duosonic is still on top of the platform of one of the vans, and then there's another van that is unaccosted.
Yep, and you see that the back door of that van opens up, and we see two goons climb up onto the roof, and they have machine guns, and they start to fire at you two.
Cool.
I'm going to make a force field in front of the cars.
Right,
so I guess that would be Unleash My Powers.
I'm going to have you roll a defend, which is plus savior. They're moving too fast, so basically this force field starts to form in front of them, but they speed past before you're able to form it completely.
So I guess I'm just standing here on the sidewalk with them driving away from me.
See ya.
Okay, I'll catch up with you later.
He's strapped onto it, right?
Yes.
From a hydraulic lift.
Yes.
I'm going to try to unleash my powers again. 9. All right. It does work, but I'll have to take a condition.
All right.
The condition I'll take in this case is afraid, because we are moving very fast. I run to where he's at, and in an attempt to affect the platform in any way whatsoever, I turn into an adult elephant
Oh,
and slam down. Like I do a butt stomp as the elephant.
Shit.
awesome.
Okay.
That's definitely a power associated with vampires.
Hey, they can turn into animals.
They can turn into spooky vampire animals.
Elephants are
Have you seen the
spooky.
fangs on an elephant?
They do have really big fangs. They have the
do.
biggest fangs of all.
They do. They do indeed.
The spooky elephant.
Can you also turn into a narwhal because they have a really huge fang?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But I'm not in water, so it'd be really not ideal right now.
Okay, so what happens is, you slam down on this platform and just this car just crunches down. All of the tires just go out and this thing stops moving.
Okay.
Because of the force of this, it crunches down, stops moving, and then flips in the air,
Awesome.
sending all of you flying.
Okay, while we're flying, can I gas form over to the other car and then be on top of it and roll to unleash my powers to basically do the exact thing I tried to pull with the principal's car, but this time I'm purposely trying to phase it into the ground.
Okay, all right, yeah.
8. Okay. Can the car kind of spin out of control, but I haven't quite got it in a either gaseous or solid state?
How do you mean?
I was trying to get it to sink into the ground so it'd be stuck. But instead of that, could I accidentally made it too light or something like that? So it's
It just starts flying.
still in motion and functioning, but bobbing a little bit on various levels of solidity.
Yeah, it's phasing in and out, so it's kind of almost like a dolphin, going
Yes.
under the street and then popping back out again, but it's still moving out along at the same pace.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm running behind, trying to catch up slowly, running at a normal running speed.
Oh, Ivan.
I guess as the car is flipping through the air, I am panically trying to undo my buckle so I don't wind up getting caught underneath it, and fidgeting and fumbling with it. I'm unable to do it, so last-ditch effort is what I'm going to do is strum my guitar and try to concentrate the sound waves to the ground to where it's it turns the car to land on its wheels.
Holy shit, love it.
Oh, I'm into it.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You don't do it. So it just boom, lands and just starts doing a barrel roll down the street and then stops.
In order to be a better person than I have been in the past, Nightboi, turns into a bat when he flies off, aims to get underneath him and tries to grab him or at least break his fall.
All right, roll defend. And I like that you're trying some stuff there. So give yourself a +1 to whatever else you got, Stan.
Cool. And I have 0 savior. Cool. 5.
I'm sorry. You try,
no.
and that's what matters, Nightboi. You try.
Does he just kind of land on me and we both kind of
Yeah.
crash into the ground in pain?
That is exactly what happens.
I, the player, appreciate it. Thank you.
It's my Ritz-Carlton pleasure.
Both of you land in this crumpled heap next to this car, and that living shadow form that hex and shadow puppet turned into flies over and forms next to the two of you.
Nightboi, what are your conditions? I know you got angry.
Angry, afraid, and insecure. I'm your
So
teenage
you're
boy.
just a normal 13-year-old.
Oh man, I imagine at this point, Duosonic's probably crawling away and currently reaching in his pocket and pulling out like earplugs and putting them in his ear. And then he's going to take his guitar and hold it right next to his amp and just like weakly say, "Feedback loop." And I'm going to amplify the sound of the feedback to try to stun everyone to give me a chance to crawl away.
Oh, shit. All right.
Wow.
All right. Everyone take a powerful blow.
Does that go for me too, since I'm like half a block away?
For you, no. Then you're
You got a 5, so you're fine. I rolled an 8, so I don't think I'm fine.
Oh no. So, Ray, you like go gaseous, and so basically the sound waves just kind of like ruffles, not the right word. How do
I
you
like ruffles.
it ruffles your gaseous form.
It runs through me, and I don't like it, but like it doesn't feel good. But
yeah,
it's like
it feels real weird. It's like whenever you get to a bumpy part of a roller coaster, and you can just feel it rattling through your whole body. Nightboi, you on the other hand,
oh no.
Those ears.
those sensitive little baby bat ears. You can choose one. You can lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition that is on one of your teammates.
I have no influence, I don't think, right now.
No, I gave all of you all have influence over each other now.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, I mentioned that at the end of session 1. And, okay, you give ground, your opposition gains an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain mark 2 conditions.
I am proud to a fault, so I will struggle past the pain and take the last 2 conditions.
Wait,
I think there's only 2 more.
does this fill up your conditions?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me see, is there 5 or 6?
There's 5.
5, yeah, I've filled up my conditions. I'm angry, afraid, guilty, hopeless, and
Don't
insecure.
you pass
That mean you
out?
just die?
So, Nightboi, this sound of this blast of feedback just hits you, and your nose starts to bleed as you cup your hypersensitive bat ears, and you just fall to the ground.
The last thing
out.
I say as I pass out is, "Don't lick my blood."
Famous last word.
Don't lick
Oh,
my
boy.
blood, my achy, breaky blood.
So if someone passed out, can you still comfort them to restore conditions, or
Yes, you can.
Can you bring them
Okay.
back to life with your tears?
Yes.
I think at this point I'm almost caught up.
Right, if you do that, this will give Duosonica an opportunity to get away. So y'all then have to, the next time it comes back around to y'all have be trying to catch up with him.
Am I close enough to force field him?
I'll say at this point, because you've been out of it for so long,
yeah, like,
you're just within range now. You're not anywhere close to them at this point, but you can see them now, and I'd say whatever range you have on your force fields is enough to try something. In this case, I'm gonna say that you're gonna have to roll to defend.
6.
Yeah, you don't do that.
My savior is really bad because I'm just a regular person who happens to be a war robot.
oh, okay. I'm going to re-solidify myself and run up to Nightboi. Okay, so I have the attribute, or like one of my outsider moves, is the best of them, which is when I can comfort someone. Now, I know I have fudged with this in the past, but can I please do like a dramatic, like cradling Nightboi, like please don't die, we need you, like huge dramatic scene from
please.
like a movie or something like that.
Please do.
And can that be my like comfort attempt? so that I can roll
Absolutely.
using freak.
Absolutely.
Okay,
But
cool.
as always on this show, you have to play it out.
Yeah, okay, so Ray, who is a gas, like, comes, like, down in, like, human form, runs up to Nightboi, literally, like, cradles them in their arms, and they're not quite crying, because I don't think they can do that, but, like, you know, really, like, worked up, and, like, oh no, Nightboi, like, you can't, we, like, need you, and you did such a great job, and it can't end like this, we need you, and, like, slowly, like, getting more and more into, tears and thing. This is using my power, or one of my outsider moves, so I can use 12.
Ooh, damn.
Fuck.
Nice.
12. Nice roll.
Ray is not very good at many things, but comforting people using the power of media is, like...
Yep, you do that. You clear one of Nightboi's conditions, and I'm going to say you clear guilty.
That makes sense.
And, like, just, like, abruptly I wake up. And I'm like, oh.
Nightboi, you made it! And I give Nightboi a giant hug.
I hug back, and I say, don't worry about me. I'm already dead.
I call
Not like
from
that, you are.
I call from down the street. Hey, you guys okay?
Sure, why not?
Okay, good.
During that speech, I would have been looking around for a quick exit and also saying to myself, "Man, those would have been pretty good lines, pretty good lyrics. I'm gonna write those down." And I'm slinking off to wherever I think would be the easiest escape route.
I'm going to say you have some options. There are a bunch of cars parked along the street, so you could try and jack one of those. There's a manhole cover, and there is an alleyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the manhole cover, and I am not gonna be discreet about it. I kind of pull Betsy around. I notice from the crash, like the neck's snapped a little bit, so I do my best just to hold the neck by the headstock to get any kind of tension on the strings, and then strum it out and point it at the manhole cover to like make it flip off.
Yep, you do that. It's just like, wow. And the manhole cover just goes flying up in the air and lands.
And I start dipping my way down into the sewer.
So about how far away is Duo from us?
Well, you can't see him, but the manhole cover is like 15 feet away.
Oh, so he didn't get far.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take quite that long. I mean, he had to take some time to brush himself off from the wreck that he was in.
Pretty injured.
Yep. You see the van, the one remaining van that it's speeding off, suddenly just stops, and the driver just gets out and chucks his gun that he was carrying like away into like the bushes, and you see phasing out of his back is Wraith, and he like looks around and like shivers, like, oh, what the fuck? She says, I think you know what you got to do at this point. He's like, yeah, thanks for that, and he just starts booking it.
I turn into a wolf, a little, wolf pupper, and
Aww.
I use my wolf sniffer to chase after Duo Sonic.
I think I'm caught up at this point, but do I actually not fit down a manhole?
You're the one that knows how big you are.
I'm pretty sure I don't actually fit down a manhole cover.
Can I try to phase? Annie, are you cool with being phased?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
And then do we want to try to phase you down a manhole?
Let's see how terribly this goes.
Well, okay, I have a weird... No, I do not think it's possible to argue that Ray counts as a piece, or not Ray, Annie counts as a bit of tech, because one of my outsider skills is alien technology.
You'd have to take
Annie
that.
count?
You'd have to negotiate that with Annie.
What's the text of it?
So it's when you alter a human device with your alien technology, I can create a device that could do something impossible. Oh, once and then fizzle. Never mind. We're not doing this.
It'll kill me.
Okay, then I will just roll to unleash my power.
Can't wait.
Oh no.
Okay. So you can mark a condition, or this is a bit wonky.
I'll take a condition.
All right. So you're able to phase down, and so the three of you are now in the sewers of Halcyon City, and despite being a metropolis, it's very like the Third Man, like very.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it's like huge brick-lined tunnels, you know,
Like
that
where
are-
the Ninja Turtles live.
Exactly.
Sweet.
Yeah, a rat wearing a karate gi walks by. It's like, oh, wait a minute, took the wrong
What
turn.
condition did you take, Bobby?
Oh, I took guilty
Guilty. Oh, man.
or hopeless. Does that make sense? I just assumed because I was modifying my friend.
Yeah, I think guilty makes sense.
Yeah.
If I hear anybody following me, I'm going to turn around and try to strum out some shockwave towards the sewer water to make it like splash up in their face.
Water looks like perfect waves. Obviously.
Yeah,
because
absolutely. Make it sharp. I'll do triangle waves.
R.I.P. Triangle Waves. You do that.
Awesome. Yeah, just trying to like, blind them a little bit, or, it's a dirty move. I'm just pulling a dirty move.
Yep. So all this water goes splashing everywhere. Dew Sonic is nowhere to be seen.
Is this sewer water or drainage water?
This is sewage water, my friend.
It's
real
I
tasty.
used my sniffer to see if I could catch his scent.
All right, unleash your powers to use your wolf puppy nose.
Well, we did just get a bunch of sewer water splashed on us, so it might be a little bit difficult.
Should I do unleash your powers or assess the situation?
Assess the situation.
Oh, but great. My superior is -1. Wonderful. 3.
You got no clue.
I just smell sewer water. In fact, I sniff and more sewer water goes up my nose.
Ooh.
Nah.
And I cough.
I'm just gonna run in the direction that he went.
But we don't know what direction he went.
Well, like where he was when we saw him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess
Is there
we'll
like
do that.
a fork in the sewer?
Yeah, so you can keep going ahead, or their tunnel branches off one path to the left, one path to the right.
And there's also a literal fork in the sewer. It's inexplicable.
Just floating around.
I don't know how somebody flushed that down.
Look at this
Sewer
stuff.
pipes aren't that big.
Isn't it neat?
It's
Ugh.
I'd say your collection is complete.
Yep.
Which direction?
Can we hear guitar drumming coming from
Or just
anywhere?
footsteps?
You can assess to see.
I will roll to assess the situation. Oh shoot, and I'm guilty, so I'll get a -2.
Can I
to that.
also try and assess?
Let's take one at a time.
Oh, I get a +2 superior. So taking into account the -2, I just roll a straight d6, right?
Do
Or
2d6.
5.
I mean,
I do not.
you hear footsteps, but because of the nature of the tunnels, it's just kind of echoing everywhere.
Can I try that too?
Sure.
9?
All right, coolers. Yeah. So you can tell that the footsteps are coming from the right.
It's this way. I run down that way.
I follow in gas form.
I follow as well.
All right. You hear the footsteps are getting closer and closer, and do Sonic from your end, you hear a series of loud footsteps going closer and closer.
Okay. Now, from what you sent me, it says I can control sound waves. I mean, that I take that to mean I can dampen them as well.
Yes, you can.
Well, then I am going to dampen the sound of my footsteps as I dip down a dark passageway, if I can find one, or find stairs leading up to a service access or something.
All right, yeah, you do that. Just the sounds that you guys were following, just you don't hear them anymore. And in fact, you don't hear your footsteps either. And Deuce, you see a service hatch.
Oh, yeah. I'm booking for the service hatch the best I can. I'm saying, Betsy, we're going to get out of this. Don't worry. I'm going to get you to the shop. Paul's going to take care of you. We're going to get you back in tune. Come on, let's get out of here.
I guess
You're-
we keep running. I don't
You-
know if we noticed the hatch or not.
Do you have exited the sewers and you're going down a dark alleyway, and you come face to face with Hexbat.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
It's going all right. Man, did you see that car accident that happened over there? That some people were involved in. Just got off shift. Checking the sewers for a rat infestation. You need a guitar. Screw it, and I'm gonna blast him.
Let's see how Hex takes this. Fuck.
You're blasting with sound, is that right?
Yes.
Down in the sewers, you guys hear this, and you follow the direction of the guitar that you just heard, and you see a service hatch that is open.
I guess we go up.
2 of us can go.
I didn't even think about how you would get out again.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll again. Annie, do you trust me to like?
Is this like a manhole cover just like the other one?
How long
Or
is
it
this
bigger?
service hatch?
It's like, I don't know, it's manhole size cover. It's
It's a manhole size cover.
That makes sense
And-
to me. Okay.
It's
so
a
Annie-
manhole hand hook car door sized cover.
Annie, do you want me to try to phase you up again?
Okay.
Well, where does this lead? Just to another area? Does it go up?
It goes up.
Where
out,
does it go?
Out. This is out. This leads back up to the surface.
I got an idea, and I use my moment of truth.
Fuck, you have that already?
Yeah, got a shit ton of potential over the last few episodes because I failed so much.
All right. So, way moment of truth works for everyone in playing the home game. Whenever you unlock your moment of truth,
and me, who doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
so for what this means is whenever you unlock your moment of truth, you can basically what happens is the DM hands over control to the game for a brief moment to that player, and they're able to just they're rallying to do something great, and because of the move, you just get to do it.
I crouch for a minute, and I turn back into the man-bat thing, and then I jump up full force and smash through the road, creating a giant opening for everyone to get out of. And I land,
Oh, awesome.
and I land on top of Duo Sonic and tackle him.
Jeez,
All
what
right.
the heck is this? Ooh, oh my god.
Quit struggling. I'm trying to be nice.
Bat boy?
That is the final nail in the coffin for both you and Betsy.
Yep.
The neck just fully snaps at this point, and R.I.P. Betsy. You're taken out of combat now. You're still conscious and awake, but
Yeah.
you're out of it for now.
Okay.
You've apprehended Duosonic.
All right. You got me. What? Take me in. I'm done.
Ray! And I slowly turn from this man-bat to Nightboi. Ray! Annie! What are we supposed to do now?
I'm climbing up out of the sewer, and I stand with you. And I think at this point, I can now make a force field that will stop him from running away.
All right. So this
No rolling.
force field like
involved.
wraps around you, kind of, pinning you to the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna try to move just to like pull a flask out of my inside pocket and see if I can get a sip out of that and just, relax. Kinda own
You
into
do
it.
that without problem because you're now an adult male and I'm just a kid and I'm worn out.
Sweet. Yeah, no, I would say Duosonic is pretty worn out too, and is just like gonna just lie there and kind of look at Batboy and or who he knows to be Batboy in just astonishment. Like, what is who are you people? What do you? The cops. I understand. Where y'all come from?
We're your worst nightmare.
We're students.
I guess we're superheroes. I mean, we go to superhero school, so I don't know what else we'd be.
They got a school for that now. Yeah, right. Okay, that's right. Yeah. I think I heard about that. Well, good for you for doing good by the world, I guess. Not everyone gets that kind of break. Some people get things stolen out from under them, when they least expect it. And, it's a rough world, but you got to get by somehow. You got to make ends meet. And that's all I'm trying to do. You going to hold it against me for making ends meet? I'm not holding it against you. You're busting my chops. I'm not going to bust yours.
I don't even know what you're doing. Why did we I turned to Hex and I said, what did this guy do?
You see, you don't even know what I did. What kind of superheroes just do things so aimlessly? As far as you know, I could be taking this money to donate to kids.
Right.
That's true. But we're kids.
Yeah, that really
You can give it to us. We're kids.
I mean, the van is still over there. We could get it. You could have some of it. I'll go my way. You go yours, and buy yourself the new fancy video game.
I turn to Annie and go,
Let's. I'm good with that.
I turn to Ray and go, huh?
I mean,
That doesn't sound right. I don't.
the money's already out of the bank. Nothing. I mean, government insurance policies are in place to help cover that kind of stuff. That's why it's a harmless target.
And I mean, banks
It's a
do have a
harmless
lot
target.
of money.
I didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, look.
How much money do you have?
Obviously not enough because Wait, I see what you did there. I have enough to where I think that other people should give their money to the children.
Us, we're children.
Exactly.
Like
so
Annie
I
said.
was bringing it to you all along.
Yeah.
It's just I didn't know I had found you when I found you.
I don't think that makes any sense.
Is there like a Sentinel's hotline or something?
No, kid, it makes dollars
You
and
do
cents.
have less money than a bank.
He really does play guitar well.
Yeah, he's like just a really ambitious
busker.
Why don't you not rob banks and you play guitar?
Ray takes out their phone and no, wait, should I text Nocturne? No, not gonna text Nocturne.
Where'd that bat guy go?
He's right here. Listen, this sounds reasonable enough to me. Look, we got the cash. I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr. Whoever the fuck you are.
Sonic. Duo Sonic.
Oh, like the hedgehog.
Yeah, kind of like the hedgehog, but not the speed type, more the sound type.
Cool.
I mean, yes.
Cool. All right. So listen, Shadow. We got the cash.
Tails.
We've stopped your little parade down the street. So I'm willing to not turn you in. You go your way. Maybe turn over a new leaf, and we make sure the money gets to the right people.
I mean, I could at least get a little bit to fix up my guitar you broke, right?
I
I
mean,
mean, Betsy didn't do anything to y'all.
you know
That
what?
sounds
I'm
reasonable to me.
I'm sympathetic to that.
How much?
Oh, let's see.
Couple thou if
American
that's like a
Custom.
65. That's got like the fucking racing stripe and shit.
You know your stuff. All right, I can appreciate. Then you appreciate it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Guitar like this doesn't come around every so often. They don't grow them on trees.
Well, you're not going to give him another guitar that can do all that crazy stuff, are you?
It doesn't. I don't think it's the guitar that does it.
Oh, it's him?
I look sheepishly and blush a little bit and look away like,
Are you embarrassed that you have sound powers?
No, I'm not
Or are
embarrassed.
you
I just feel
embarrassed
like-
that you don't have sound powers?
No, I worked a lot with sound, and have you ever heard of the Heart Attackers?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bet
Damn it.
our
One?
I bet our friend who's really into obscure bands has heard of
Obscure.
them.
I think kind of grungy in a way. We have a good time. A little progressive rock and a mix in there, and
Oh, that's totally in Nightboi's scene. So yeah, Nightboi would be like, yeah.
oh well then, yeah, you actually are a fan. Well, and then I'm gonna kind of move what I would be wearing to kind of just a general my little mask, whatever I wear on a heist to keep my identity hidden, and I'll be like, yeah, well then maybe you'll recognize me, and I pull off my mask and I shake Batboy's hand if I'm still bound up, or I try to from being pinned. It says, pleasure to meet you. I'm Julius Falensky.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my God. Will you sign my, I don't have a thing. Will you sign my shirt?
That shirt you're wearing right there?
Yeah, the tuxedo shirt.
Yeah, you're always ready for a party, and you got a pen, kid?
Hold on.
You wear that shirt like every day. You don't want to ruin it.
Excuse me? Ruin it?
I reach into my pockets. I grab a receipt from my pocket from that I've had for days since I wash my pants like every week.
Right.
And I grab one of my little Capri Sun pouches full of blood and pour a little bit on top of the receipt so that he can dip something in it and use it as ink.
You wanted me to sign your shirt with blood?
You don't need to know that.
No, I love it. This is perfect. Give me that Capri Sun straw. I'll just use that as a quill of sorts.
Sure.
And I take it and I dip the tip in the blood as much as I need to sign the white portion of his shirt in blood, my name.
Oh, damn, this is so metal. I can't wait to show Barkley because he's such a fucking nerd.
That's pretty brutal, kid. Pretty brutal. But yeah, so me getting out of here, cops not getting here by the time I'm here, and you students having a good day.
That would be predicated on you actually getting
I
out
think
of
we
here.
should let him go.
Yeah. But I mean, like, the cops might think you're still at large. Maybe you should,
I will be. But,
make your exit.
I have goals to be met, and, them goals aren't necessarily hurting people.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to use the money you get for crimes?
On drugs?
No, just crimes in general.
You got to be more specific
Yeah,
with
I'm
the
gonna
use
crimes,
that
huh?
too.
No,
I
I'm
guess.
just gonna rob places and just keep the money. I'm not gonna use it. It's I'm gonna
Like
use it.
An
I'm gonna
ideological thing?
no.
I'm
Yes, I'm gonna use the money I steal.
But like just for groceries and stuff, or like for jewelry.
I mean,
What do people buy?
sound equipment. You could buy like, a new interface. You could get a really nice Hammond organ, and if you need the
What-
Wurlitzer sound.
Why don't you just do live shows and, sell your albums?
Well, Julius, if you would
Yeah,
follow
you have
me.
young and influential fans.
Yeah, well, things have kind of gone south since certain things were brought to light. Your name's not Batboy. What was your name?
Nightboi.
Oh, not far off.
Nope.
Nightboi, you may have remembered when I got outed for having a ghostwriter, not writing my own music and whatnot.
I remember. No big.
Oh, well, I'm glad you think so. I mean, a lot of people have ghostwriters. It's not just, sometimes you can't always put to pen what you need. So, but, I tried breaking out on my own. That didn't do too hot. So here I am trying to make my own studio and do what I can to get back into the scene. I'm going to really show them what's up. Get some of my own revenge on these corporate types.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't be just a cog. Don't be a cog, Nightboi.
Hey, can I make a request?
Sure.
All right, your next, if you release the next single, can it be like a metal cover of Petula Clark's Downtown?
Nightboi, I'm hearing it right now. And if my guitar wasn't broken, I'd probably play it. Because I think you're onto something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Bertula Clark. Brutola Clark. Yeah. No, there's something there. There's something there for sure, Nightboi. But yep, if I'm not under this kind of what is this? Some kind of fucking barrier?
Yeah, I release the force field at this point. Are you gonna buy sound? You said you'd buy sound equipment, but do you promise not to buy sound equipment that like blows stuff up and things?
I will not buy sound equipment that blows stuff up. Yes.
Okay. I'm not a superhero. I don't.
No sound equipment blows stuff up.
Well, we just saw you use sound equipment to blow stuff up.
Yes, I use sound equipment to blow stuff up, but I do not buy sound equipment that blows stuff up.
Well, that I'm not sure I quite get it. But,
Keep going to school, and someday you might.
Come on, Andy. You had the perfect chance to say does not compute.
I'm not really into music,
The
so I don't really get this stuff very much.
the siren. You hear police sirens growing closer, and Hexpath says, "Listen, I think we all should make our departure."
All right, I'm going to get out of here. These police are coming. I'm going to say, you kids seem good. This stuff happens to people down the road, and, don't let it define you. But you being younger, you stay away from that Inquisitor guy. You hear me? He comes near you at all. You go the other way. You don't need that.
Have we heard? We've heard that name before, though, right?
Yes, that was the name.
That's the eye with an eye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is he a drug dealer?
Probably. Nah,
All right, he should probably.
some whatever gets the kids to to rally behind him. Probably drugs. That's what got me when I was younger. But again, hills and valleys is life. Oh crap! Here's the police. I gotta go.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you should go.
And I jumped back down in the hole that was created by the giant Batman.
Does he take the pieces of his guitar with him?
Has to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
The rest of the D&D club show up, and rest of you nerds seem pretty cool. Why don't we make our escape, and we'll do some talking.
You're inviting us to D&D club?
Sure. Like, on a temporary
Where's the money?
basis. Oh, it's right here. Sorry. The Wraith holds up a suitcase. Says, "Oh, I've got it right here."
So what's this? Cool. I guess we'll have to count it and then figure out what the split is.
Oh, we're not. We'll explain it all to you in a second. So I think we can star wipe.
Star wipe.
Star wipe. Yep.
Are we now back on the roof?
Back on a roof. Yes.
This time I just went up the stairs instead of going up on a force field.
Right, so you're all sitting around on the roof. Shadow Puppet is counting the money, and Hexbat is like sitting on the edge of the roof with his bat across his lap. Says, "All right, you got questions? I take it."
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
The school, has whenever you join, you agree to only go on the missions that they sanction, and you've got to follow a certain protocol whenever you do go on one of them, right? But we don't really gel with the way that most heroes operate, so we decided to create our own group using.
So you're vigilant.
Essentially, we got certain rules. We don't help other heroes, and we don't help the cops. And we don't arrest the people that we fight. We merely stop them from causing mayhem, putting other people in harm's way, and then we let them go.
Cool.
Who's the Inquisitor?
Wraith kind of shifts uncomfortably. Says, "I've heard some stuff, but I don't know exactly who they are. the twins that were behind that attack on the principal, Lucy and Beale.
Yeah.
They were kind of part of our group at one point.
Ugh. I'm sorry you had to deal with those douchebags.
They were cool for a while, but then they wanted to take things even further. They had they wanted to basically, instead of just operating outside of the established system, they wanted to just completely overhaul it. And, led to some friction between us, and they decided to leave. We never thought that they'd take it so far as to attack Miss Maverick.
Yeah, that seems a little bit weird. I don't know.
Was the attack on Miss Maverick the first you heard of the Inquisitor?
I've heard some talks. Someone from some of the thugs that we've dealt with, of some new player on the street that's recruiting kids with superpowers, right? Mm-hmm. Beyond that, I don't really know what he's up with. We've never actually, before the attack on the principal, we'd never actually heard of him doing anything. It was all just rumors. For all we knew, he was another group like us.
Do you actually play D&D?
Oh yeah, we do that whenever we're not doing this.
So, are you going to play D&D still tonight?
Yeah, we plan to. We gotta get this.
My other dad says that D&D is cool and I should do it.
Absolutely. Well, clue in. You seem. I see you as a cleric type. Am I right?
Maybe more like a wizard.
I respect that. Abjuration, probably, with your force fields and all that.
I pull out a fully completed character sheet from my back pocket that's folded up.
Hey, all ready to go. I like it. I think we cut a little bit ahead, and you're all playing D&D on the roof together.
Yes. Also, I want to say Ray 1000% plays a
Awesome.
bard.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been he
Represent.
Hexbat, who is the DM of this game, stops in the middle of the game. Says, listen, there's one thing that about that whole deal Saturday that I don't understand. From what I've heard, it didn't look like they were trying to kill the principal, right? They had tied her up. They were trying to kidnap her.
Yeah, something like
right,
that.
So here's the thing that I don't get. You had that nerd, what's his face, Taurus, the kid that can turn into a minotaur, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you got him, and you got Lucy and Beale. Now, we worked with them for a while, and one thing that I know about them, about their powers, so they're super fast so long as they're touching each other. But there's a downside, right? So long as they're touching, their whole bodies generate electricity. So they can move around faster than you can see. But they touch anyone or anything, it gets fried. So I don't understand how they planned to get the principal off that island. The only way in and out of that island is the bridge, which they wouldn't take that approach. That's way too obvious. And it's wide out in the open. Lucy and Beale couldn't have transported off with their super speed because it would kill her. And Taurus is a fuck-off giant minotaur. He's very strong, but he was slow, right?
You don't think it's the balloonatic again, do
That
you?
fucker? No. I mean,
Who's that?
But I have an idea. The three people that were there, if they couldn't get the principal off the island, they would have had to have been working with someone else. Someone with super speed, flight, teleportation, some kind of augmented, some kind of enhanced mobility, right? Holding back on the sidelines as a getaway driver to get all of them off that island quickly. And so far as we know,
yeah,
the only people that have been wrapped up in this operation are people at the school.
Mm-hmm. If there was anybody else who was going to do that, we wouldn't have seen them.
Exactly. They would have been holding off for the heavy hitters to come in, take out the principal, and then they would be holding back as the getaway driver, so to speak. And since they weren't caught, if they are a student, they'd still be at the school.
Interesting.
Just a theory.
I'm gonna roll in a insight check as my wizard.
Wait, what?
I got a 3.
Wait.
You don't see that the chest you're about to open is in fact a mimic and swallows your wizard.
Oh man.
Them's the breaks. If I was you, I'd start looking into students with enhanced mobility whenever school starts up again.
Maybe I'll play a rogue next time.
I think we pan up and we see this merry band all on the roof playing D&D together. Final word from our washed up rock star. Where do we end Duosonic with Duosonic on this episode?
Duosonic is, making his way through the sewer and kind of just like, half-heartedly, skulking along and thinking about it, and stumbles across a really, really nice-looking opening area. It looks like it used to be maybe a old abandoned subway place, and he kind of just like lets out a sigh, and then the acoustics in there catch his attention, and you see this smirk come across his tired, bloody, beaten face, and then it fades to black.
And somewhere in the wind, you hear, downtown.
Downtown!
Hello, all you beautiful babies. It is your favorite GM, Hayden.
I'm Bobby.
Hi, it's me, Ivan.
Hey, this is Stan Ferguson.
Who's this mysterious hooded figure?
Am I supposed to be in this part?
Kyle.
Kyle, thank you so much for joining us on this weird adventure.
No, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for inviting me. It was a pleasure. And I mean, of course, being a DM, I like getting to play villains, but like, just playing a villain without like, DM strings attached was a blast. And, I don't even know if I'd call Duosonic a villain per se. He was villainous in this moment.
He's down on his luck.
Yeah. Exactly. But no, it was a
maybe
pleasure
not all
to play
criminals
with y'all.
are villains. Some of them are just criminals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is
We'll have to
Catwoman a villain?
Depending on who's writing her.
Yeah.
Kyle, you mentioned being a DM. Does
Yes.
that mean you're not just some guest robot that we constructed for the show?
No. I was able to pass the CAPTCHA to get into this group, so I feel good about that. No, I am a DM. I am the dungeon maestro of a podcast called bomBARDed, which I play with my bandmates. They all play bards, and they are going to school to learn about their musico-magical abilities. And you get to listen to the adventures that they have along the way, all the mishaps and what have yous that go into being a bard, going around my world of Algar in the land of Beats Art. And every episode, we treat you to a song written for the episode, in character, in story. And we actually roll 8-sided dice that have chords on them to tell us what chords we have to use in the song. And
that's really cool.
we also roll dice to figure out what drum beats, rhythms, and kits that we have to use on our drum kit, which we have named Pat S. Terry.
I love it. I'm a huge fan of the show. It's
Thank
great. You guys are actually the part of the reason that I started wanted to do more music in this show. Actually, so
Good.
thanks for that.
That's really what we want to do. We have some people that are just like, yeah, I listened to your show and I started like, wanting to play an instrument again. And like, really, that's like the coolest for us. I mean, we love having listeners, but the fact that people are picking up music and learning how to relearning it or getting reacquainted experimented with it or refining a passion that they had at some point. That's man, that's just like goal right there.
Also, each episode, whenever you guys level up and get more musical tools in your tool belt, it's really great because you are true to a little musical theory lesson. It's great.
Yeah, I got 2 degrees in music theory, so I'm using them wisely for my music podcast is what I like to joke about. But no, we do. It's one of those things where we wanted to introduce people to music and D&D and explore the realm of the bard. And in the beginning we were kind of doing like little lessons here for D&D, but we really wanted to give out more music information so that listeners, if they were interested, they could start looking into it, or maybe they might be like, oh yeah, I have heard that, and anything to make that connection deeper and to help them understand some of the jargon and what have you that we say.
It's great. And anytime that most of the times that I've played 5e, I've played a bard. So whenever I've heard there was a podcast with all bards, I was like, yep, that's my shit.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of groups that are all one class or one species.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really fun way to play, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been
Characters
interesting.
who all have the same job.
Yeah, I did. Now, going into the project, I was kind of like apprehensive because playing in 3.5 days, I remember the hate for the bard. And I was super nervous. I was like, oh man, yeah, let's put out an all bard podcast because everyone loves bards. Sure. All right, I'm not nervous about that at all. But I've been pleasantly surprised. But in the beginning, I was like, well, let's multi-class you. So they are multi-class characters. We have a barbarian bardbarian, as I've seen people tell us. One of them's playing a druid bard, and then we have a rogue bard who is actually part of a group. So not really a rogue bard, but yeah.
Yeah, he's got and he has a little bit of wizard in him. Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little Eddie Izzard the Gizzard Wizard.
I was so happy because I've made a similar. I played a lizard folk one time called Eddie.
Nice.
Eddie
that's
Gizzard.
Perfect.
And I was a wizard, and no one else at the table got the joke.
Oh man, that's great. That's too good.
Oh yeah. So defo check out bomBARDed. It is a wonderful show. If you find people want to get in touch with us, join the conversations. Check us out on our Facebook group. They See Me Rolling at is it They See Me Rolling Cast, or is it?
It's
like
TSMR Cast, the Facebook group.
Yeah,
Actually,
TSMR
that's
Cast.
the Facebook page. TSMR Cast is the Facebook page. That'll link to the group, or you can just Google They See Me Rolling Facebook.
I'm pretty sure our group is just called They See Me Rollin'. Although, if you search They See Me Rollin' on Facebook, you will find a very large Facebook group that's terrible.
Yeah, it's not us.
Not associated with
You'll
us.
know it's us because of the logo. Because if you listen to the show, you know the art, and that's going to be the art on the Facebook group. Also, if you're able to give us money on our Patreon, and for the $5 a month, we do a monthly fiasco. And by the time you're listening to this, oh gosh, we'll probably have 3 already. I forgot that we're recording these like way in advance.
Yeah.
Smart.
And you can also check us out on our Twitter, which is just basically me talking to Bobby.
Yeah, because I run the Twitter for our other podcast.
You can learn all about our opinions on the latest episode of Riverdale.
And gay X-Men is basically our content.
Oh yes, we discuss how magic is the most toppy of the X-Men.
And Rachel Summers.
And Rachel Summers. Yeah, just it's a time to be had. And if you're feeling generous, extra generous, hop on iTunes and throw us a review. And if you send us a review and leave your name, I will write a song just for you.
Speaking of,
Yes, I This is the second time we've had an actual like musicy person on this show.
Oh,
And
so you're nervous.
I'm still embarrassed. So this next one goes out to Sean. Sean,
a W.
thank you. Yep, Sean with a W, as it should be. So Sean, this one goes out to you. The greatest. Fuck, that was wrong. I'm already off to a great start. Wait. Oh, Sean, the greatest space cowboy around. Rustling up the space cows around Spacetown. Defending the space prairie. No space rustlers will impede you from doing your job. Sean, you have worked your way into my heart with your space guns. Space guns. Sean, I know that those space cows can sleep good at night. I hate that every time, but I do it for you listeners because I love you.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh, thank you. I'm picking up the roses that are being thrown. So many roses.
Thank you
All right.
so much again, Kyle.
Oh, yes, no problem. No
thank
problem
you
at
so
all.
much.
And again, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, if you're looking for my podcast online, it's at BomBARDed Cast, or, we have a Bandcamp, bombarded.bandcamp.com, or our website, bombardedcast.com. I always forget to do that thing, so just in case I did forget, there you are. No, thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun. I don't normally play this system, so it was different for me, and a lot of fun to just kind of like improvise everything that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, it was always fun to have a guest on, especially a guest whose work I love so much. So thank you, thank you.
If you ever need Duosonic back, just let me know. I'll be glad to do it.
Oh, we'll do. I'll keep that in mind.
Definitely going to be a big fan favorite in the
Yes, I expect
universe.
truckloads and truckloads of fan art.
Awesome. That's
And
fantastic.
like original songs that are, I don't remember who bands. Like, yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing. All right. Well, I think that ramps up episode 3 of TSMR Masks. We'll catch you cool people next time. So until then, fly on, you beautiful nightbirds, and thanks for all the spaghetti.
Ear trumpet audio. Get it? Like a trumpet, like the musical instrument.
That joke was corny. Sorry, corny. I don't know if anybody ever picks up on that. Corny is a term for horn. It's a foreign word for horn.
That makes
nice.
sense.
This episode was edited by Stan Ferguson. Theme music is by Ron Lubavitch. Find him on God's Favorite Peep Show online. Original music provided by Hayden. And big thanks to our producer, Noah. Our story consultant is Michael M. Rader. And that's all.